Hello friends, welcome back. Whether you're preparing for the Independent Director Online Proficiency Self-Assessment Test or already serving as an Independent Director, there's one area that often confuses even experienced professionals. What exactly is the difference between the Companies Act, the rules, the schedules, and the secretarial standards? When you're studying, these may seem like separate topics, but in the boardroom, they work together as one integrated governance framework. As an Independent Director, it's not enough to know what the law says. You must also know where a particular requirement comes from. Is it contained in the Companies Act itself? Is the detailed procedure prescribed in the rules? Is it provided in one of the schedules? Or is it governed by the secretarial standards? Understanding this distinction is essential, not only for the IICA examination, but also for making informed decisions in the boardroom. In today's video, I'll simplify these 4 pillars of corporate governance using practical examples and easy to understand explanations. By the end of this session, you'll clearly understand what secretarial standards are, what rules are, what schedules are, how each of them differs from the others. Most importantly, which provisions every independent director should be familiar with. So let's get started.
As an independent director, understanding these secretarial standards is just as important as knowing the Companies Act. These rules help ensure that meetings are conducted properly, decisions are transparent, and corporate governance remains strong. For the IICA Independent Director Examination, these timelines and procedures are frequently tested, so make sure you remember them well. Let us begin with SS1, which deals with Independent Directors Meeting. The Independent Directors should meet separately at least once every year without the presence of management or executive directors. This allows them to discuss the company's performance freely. Shorter notice meetings. Normally, board meetings require at least 7 days notice. If an urgent meeting is called at shorter notice, at least one independent director should be present. Otherwise, the decisions should later be approved by an independent director. The decisions are illegal until you ratify them in writing. Agenda in advance. Directors should receive the meeting agenda and supporting papers before the meeting, so they have enough time to study the issues. Do not let management blindside you with last-minute major decisions on the table. If you cannot attend in person, you can usually participate through video conferencing, provided the legal requirements are met. Let's give a standard intimation at the start of the year. Access to earlier minutes. A new independent director has the right to review previous board meeting minutes to understand past decisions and important issues. Use this to understand past skeletons in the closet. Record your dissent. If you disagree with a board decision, ask for your disagreement to be recorded in the minutes. This creates an official record of your views. This is what can save you later in a court. Draft minutes. The company should send draft minutes to all directors within 15 days after the meeting. Directors should review the draft carefully and send their comments promptly if any corrections are required. You have exactly 7 days to comment on these drafts. You miss the window and you lose your chance to correct the record. Minutes books must be preserved permanently. They are conclusive legal evidence. A minimum number of meetings. Every company should normally hold at least 4 board meetings every year, with not more than 120 days between 2 meetings. Some urgent decisions may be passed through circular resolution, but important matters should normally be discussed in a board meeting. Remember that if 1/3 of the directors demand a physical meeting, management must host one. Major decisions like approving financial statements cannot be passed via email or circular resolution. Digital signing. Minutes can now be signed using a valid digital signature certificate, making the process secure and paperless. Now let us look at SS2, which covers general meetings of shareholders. When shareholders appoint or reappoint an independent director, the notice should clearly explain why that person is suitable for the role and summarize your performance evaluation. 21 days notice. Shareholders should normally receive at least 21 days notice before a general meeting. This excludes the day the notice is sent and the day of the meeting. Committee chairpersons. Chairpersons of important committees like the audit committee should attend the annual general meeting so they can answer the shareholders' queries. If you chair the audit, nomination or stakeholders committee, you must attend the AGM. Shareholders have a right to question you directly. If an emergency happens, you must formally authorize another member to take your place. AGM location. Normally, a public company's AGM should be held in the same city, town or village where its registered office is located. Short notice general meeting. A general meeting can be held at shorter notice only if shareholders holding at least 95% of the voting rights agree. Quorum. A meeting can begin only when the required number of members is present. Proxies are generally not counted for quorum. Real shareholders must show up to start the meeting. Past resolutions. Once shareholders approve a resolution, it cannot simply be changed later. Any change requires following the proper legal process. E-voting. If electronic voting is provided, it should remain open for the required period and close before the general meeting as prescribed. Being an independent director is a prestigious role, but it carries immense responsibility. Knowing these 20 rules from SS1 and SSS2 isn't just about regulatory compliance. It is about protecting your personal liability and upholding corporate integrity. If you aspire to become an independent director and have decided to prepare for online proficiency self-assessment test, we have created two resources that you may find helpful. The first is a Udemy course containing multiple full-length practice tests with detailed explanations. The second is a Kindle ebook featuring the same style of practice questions in a convenient format for offline study. Whether you choose a Udemy course or the Kindle ebook depends on your preferred learning style. If you like an interactive experience with instant scoring and detailed explanations, the Udemy course is a great choice. If you prefer studying at your own pace from a book that you can revisit anytime, the Kindle ebook may be more suitable. You'll find links to both resources in the video description if you would like to explore them. If you found this video helpful, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with fellow aspiring independent directors. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next session.